Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have long been celebrated as one of the most admired couples in the entertainment industry. They are known for their charm, charisma, and ability to balance massive Hollywood careers with a seemingly perfect family life. The two first met on the set of a film, and their chemistry quickly became a talking point among fans and the media. They were often photographed together attending glamorous events, walking red carpets, and sharing lighthearted moments on social media. Their banter and playful teasing online only added to their public image as a fun-loving couple who had it all. Before meeting Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively was already a household name. She rose to fame through her role in a popular television series and quickly transitioned to major film projects. Her sense of style and her appearances at high-profile fashion events made her a favorite among designers and magazines. Ryan Reynolds, on the other hand, had built a career as a versatile actor with a talent for both comedy and action roles. From early comedic films to the blockbuster success of his superhero franchise, Ryan had proven his range and staying power in Hollywood. Together, they became what many fans considered a power couple. They seemed to embody the dream of success, love, and stability in an industry often marked by fleeting relationships. Their public image was carefully built through a mix of authentic moments and strategic media appearances. Every photograph and interview seemed to reinforce the narrative of a couple who were not only talented, but also deeply in love. Over the years, their joint projects and public outings became cultural talking points. Fans loved to analyze their matching outfits, their humorous social media exchanges, and their occasional interviews about family life. It seemed as though there were no cracks in their public image. This made the recent whispers of an unseen drama all the more surprising, as the entertainment world would soon learn the couple, who appeared to have mastered the art of public life together, might have been facing a more complex reality behind the scenes. The setting for this shift was not a public event or a social media post, but rather the private and controlled environment of a movie set. This is where the seeds of the scandal first began to grow, and where the perfect image of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds would be tested in ways that fans and even close colleagues had never imagined. The turning point in the public perception of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds came quietly at first. It began during the production of a high-profile film, one that was expected to be a major hit. The set was bustling with energy as cast and crew worked tirelessly to bring the story to life. For many, it was just another day in the unpredictable world of filmmaking, but for those closest to the situation, it became clear that something unusual was happening. Blake and Ryan were both deeply involved in the project. Each brought their own level of professionalism and star power to the table. The combination was supposed to guarantee a smooth production. Instead, rumors began to circulate about tensions that were hard to ignore. While the details were murky early on, whispers started about disagreements behind the scenes. Some spoke about creative differences, while others suggested personal matters had spilled over into the work environment. What made this situation more complicated was the sheer level of attention the set attracted. Whenever Blake and Ryan appeared together, cameras followed. Even when production was meant to be closed to outsiders, photographs and leaked reports still found their way to the media. The public had always been hungry for content about the couple, but this time the stories were different. They hinted at frustration, long hours, and even visible moments of strain between the two stars. Some crew members described moments where conversations seemed tense and body language told a story all its own. Others claimed that the pressures of balancing their personal relationship with their professional commitments had begun to take a toll. It is not unusual for actors to face stress on set, but when two people are both romantic partners and co-workers, that stress can quickly become magnified. The early signs of trouble included subtle changes in how they interacted in public compared to past projects. There were fewer lighthearted moments, fewer jokes for the cameras, and more reports of them spending time apart during breaks. Industry insiders began speculating about whether this was just normal production stress or something far deeper. Still, nothing at this stage suggested the full extent of what would later be revealed. The idea that this set would become the center of a scandal seemed far-fetched to many, yet as the weeks went on, it became clear that something was brewing. The atmosphere shifted from excitement to quiet caution among those who worked there. Everyone knew that when tensions rise in a high-profile environment like this, it is only a matter of time before details leak to the outside world. By the end of filming, the production had wrapped on schedule, but the rumors had not disappeared. Instead, they had grown stronger, waiting for the right spark to ignite them into full public controversy. That spark would come soon, and when it did, it would transform a once perfect image into a complex and divisive public narrative. The quiet tension that had been building behind closed doors finally spilled into the public when an unexpected leak hit the entertainment news cycle. At first, it was a small story published by an online gossip outlet. The piece claimed that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds had clashed during the production of their latest film. The article was vague, offering no hard proof, but it planted the seed of doubt in the minds of fans and industry watchers. Within hours, the story began to spread. Social media users took the initial claims and ran with them, crafting theories about what might have happened on set. Some posts suggested heated arguments over creative decisions, while others hinted at personal disputes spilling into the professional space. The mystery only deepened when neither Blake nor Ryan offered an immediate comment. Hollywood thrives on speculation, and the absence of an official statement fueled the fire. Paparazzi began following the couple more closely, hoping to capture any sign of discord. Every photo and every video clip was analyzed to see if they were smiling less or keeping more physical distance from each other. The speculation reached such a fever pitch that mainstream entertainment news outlets began covering the story, giving it far more visibility than the original leak had ever expected. Adding to the intrigue were anonymous comments from individuals claiming to have been present on set. Some painted a picture of a tense working environment with moments of visible frustration between the stars. Others downplayed the drama, suggesting it was nothing more than the usual stress of a demanding shoot. The conflicting accounts left the public unsure of what to believe, but certain that something had indeed happened. What made the situation even more volatile was how quickly it evolved from whispers to a full-blown media storm. Hashtags with the couple's names began trending online. Fan accounts posted side-by-side comparisons of their recent appearances against older ones, pointing out subtle changes in their demeanor. The narrative began shifting from Hollywood's golden couple to a pair possibly struggling behind the scenes. The stage of the story also revealed how fragile celebrity images can be in the absence of clear facts. Public opinion is often shaped by perception, and perception can be influenced by even the smallest detail. A brief moment captured on camera, a slight change in tone during an interview, or a decision to walk separately at an event could suddenly become headline material. By the end of that week, the leak had done more than just spark conversation. It had transformed a private matter into a public spectacle, setting the stage for further revelations. The story was no longer confined to entertainment blogs. It was now a talking point on morning shows, late-night programs, and everywhere in between. The scandal had officially broken, and the stakes for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds had never been higher. Once the leak took hold, the entertainment world seemed unable to talk about anything else. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds had always been a favorite subject for celebrity media, but now every outlet, from glossy magazines to online gossip sites, was publishing new stories almost daily. The narrative shifted rapidly as reporters dug for new details and speculated on the impact this drama could have on both their personal lives and professional careers. The media frenzy reached a point where even unrelated events became linked to the story. If Blake was photographed at a fashion event without Ryan, headlines suggested it was a sign of growing distance. If Ryan appeared in an interview promoting a different project without mentioning Blake, it was framed as a deliberate choice to avoid the topic. Every move they made was analyzed and often exaggerated to fit the unfolding narrative. Fan reactions were intense and deeply divided. Some loyal supporters defended the couple fiercely, arguing that the rumors were baseless and that the media was twisting harmless moments into scandal. Others began to question whether this seemingly perfect relationship they had admired for years was starting to unravel. Social media became a battlefield where passionate debates played out under trending hashtags. Memes were created dissecting their facial expressions, public appearances, and even old interviews in search of clues in the entertainment industry. Insiders were equally captivated, while some production crews and fellow actors publicly expressed support. Others whispered about how stressful it can be when a couple works together in such a high-pressure environment. A few even speculated that this incident might affect future opportunities for them to collaborate professionally. Studios and producers keep a close eye on the public image of their stars, and a scandal of this magnitude can influence casting decisions and promotional strategies. The coverage reached an almost absurd level at times, with certain outlets running multiple updates In a single day, fans noticed that even the smallest developments like a cryptic Instagram post or a red carpet photo where the couple stood slightly apart were treated as breaking news. The intensity of the media attention seemed to create a feedback loop. The more coverage there was, the more people talked about it. And the more people talked about it, the more coverage it generated. Blake and Ryan maintained a careful silence during these early stages of the frenzy. Their lack of public comment was interpreted in multiple ways by different groups. Some saw